Hello there everyone, hi, welcome to the very first ever Loving Thought workshop done virtually. It is great to see you. We've got some stuff lined up that I know you're going to enjoy, and we're going to shoot straight into it. Welcome to everyone that's coming at the moment, and a big welcome to everyone that comes in later to check us out. So this should be streaming at the moment on the Facebook private group. If you're in there, we're going to check throughout the transmission. If anyone's coming in, we'll let them in. And it should also be on the YouTube channel. So for you guys that are watching or listening, make sure that you like our Facebook page. This is obviously a private group, but anything that we post on the page you'll see. And we post 3 times Monday morning motivation on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, just to keep you spizzed, to keep you excited through the week. And then here on the private group, we put information like this, like the Loving Thought workshop. If you scroll down, you'll also see the Loving Food workshop that we had 6 weeks ago. And then obviously this is going to build up the library, and there's a lot of other information here as you go. So welcome, Loving Thought. Now, why thought? It's one of the 4 pillars of the Loving Life Health Temple that we're going to talk about. So, right, this underneath me here is what we call Diltz's Pyramid. There is an NLP, there is a discipline called neuro-linguistic programming, and it was the study of how people use language and what it means as far as their internal state goes. So in other words, what they're thinking very, very clearly is expressed through their language. One of the founders of that was it is powerful when you get to understand it. It's a super like chiropractic. It's a super simple idea, but has very powerful implications. So what Dill said was that most people are trying to get results. Okay, so say for example you want to lose weight and you're working hard to eat better. So they're taking actions to get those results, but they forget the top two layers. The top layer is your belief system. Okay, so for example, if you come from a culture that believes that if you're rotund and if you've got a lot of weight, then that's a healthy sign, it's a status symbol, then of course you're not going to have thoughts to lose weight or take actions to do that and get results like that. And then similarly in the Western culture, if you're just out because there's a fad diet going on, you take actions that they're not really your beliefs, they're someone else's thoughts. You take actions and you get results based on that. And perhaps you can keep it up for a little while, but it kind of dies out. However, if your belief system's really ingrained and you want to live healthily, you want to have great function, you want to be with children, leave a legacy for them, and also you want to leave a legacy for them, not in material worth, but you want to leave a legacy as far as how you behave, how they see you. Okay, so then that's going to drive you perhaps to do your exercise, to change your diet pattern, so that you're now leaving a legacy. It's much more than just losing a little bit of weight so you look good on the beach. Okay, so Dilts was saying if we change the beliefs, that cascades down, it gives you a different set of thoughts. Then you start taking different actions and you get completely different results. Okay, now because we're still working to make sure this technology is right. But if it's okay, I'd like to share a story with you. I've got Francini here behind the scenes, and she's doing an awesome job, but I've kind of thrown her in. So what I'm going to do is, you're going to get all of me now. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to ask if it was okay to share a story. Now, if you guys are listening, let's throw some comments in on the Facebook page. Even if you're here after the live session, let's get some comments in. Now, I know a lot of you have got the values exercise, okay, where I sent out a big list of lots of different values you may or may not have, okay, and I challenged you to pick the top 3. And if you haven't done it, then just pull it out and have a look at it. Not now, but a little bit later. Sit down in a quiet spot, and there's perhaps 40 different values, and you can add your own as well. There isn't a definitive list, it's just to get you thinking. And what I want you to do is pick the top 3 values, and then mark them. So as you're going through the list, what I suggest you do is mark the value from 0 to 100, where 100 is the top value. Obviously, if you think it's your top value, mark it at 90, and that gives you a little space to move. When you pick the top 3, so you may end up initially with 7 or 8. You mark them from 0 to 100, and where 100 is the top 3. If you post down below, what do you feel your top 3 values are? I've done this exercise a few times, and it kind of changes and develops every single time I do it. For me, obviously, my business is, my business is Love and Life Chiropractic. So for me, the value of love, or more importantly to me, unconditional love, is a high value that I shoot for. I'm never going to make it, but I shoot for it because it's such a powerful concept. And then recently, the idea of serenity became really important to me. And then like a higher power as well, having faith in a higher power, some sort of spirituality or kind of religious, for me it's not religious, but it's kind of belief, higher power I could turn to. That was very powerful. Okay, so for me at the moment, I'm really to higher power of unconditional love, serenity, and authenticity, trying to be as real as you can be. That's hard. All of those are hard, but that's what we're working towards. Okay? And we're okay. So if you just post them down below, okay, and gives us a thumbs up, and although we're probably on the private group, you're probably not going to be able to share this, but if you've got friends who are interested, let me know, and we'll perhaps put it on the public page, and then you can share them there. Okay, right, so this is now the story I was going to tell you. I was at a seminar in Barcelona, a chiropractic seminar. I wasn't a chiropractor, I was a manager of a chiropractic office. And one top school, it was the biggest school in the world. It's a school called Life University, the biggest chiropractic school in the world. And the principal was there. And he offered me a birthday. But he was a great, and he was on the stage, and they said a study was done of people on their deathbed, and they were asked questions like, what would you do more of, be more of, have more of, if you could, over these last few moments of your life, a few days, a few weeks of your life. And here's a list of what they didn't ask for. They didn't ask for more money, okay? They didn't say they want to spend more hours at work, okay? In fact, what every single one of them had at one level or another was a wish to make amends with someone, be it a brother, a sister, a father, mother, to make peace with them before they died. Okay, and this speaker, he said, they want to make peace with them before they died. They wanted to have peace for themselves and commune with them and make that connection, make that reconnection. And as a chiropractor, it's so important to help people reconnect, and we're doing it physically through the spine. But and he said, he turned around and he looked into the crowd, and I'm sure he looked at me, and he said, don't leave it, okay? Don't wait until you're on your deathbed. Do it beforehand. Make amends beforehand. And I took that to heart, and actually I had a big problem with my father at the time. My father was a big drinker, and my mother left at a really young age. And now, there was a long time previously. But I just thought, I've never said to my father, I love you. He's never that sort of person. He's kind of a hardish guy, brought up kind of, and his father was as well. So I took that seminar. I didn't leave the seminar, and I said, Dad, look, I love you. Okay? Yeah, okay, so before that guy was I believe that it was impossible to give to myself about that. That was my belief system. He made that was fairly silly to try and break that down. Well, I went home and I got in contact with my father, and I said, look, can I take you out to eat? And our relationship changed over the next 3 or 4 years. Okay. And then I moved to Canada, the week after I moved to Canada. In fact, a little before Canada, my dad came to see his later son. And I found out from the neighbour next door that as he walked down the street, I'm well enough, he had a tear in his eye. Now my dad is never cried. Yeah. So I moved away to Canada. We moved over here and we said, I'm going to Florida. Uncle, he died overnight. He was there it was there one day and gone the next. Okay. And as you guys will know, you can't say it must be not there. Okay, it's got to be while they're there. So right. Oh, I'm going backwards, I think. Oh no. Right, sorry guys, I've got a technology going there. I'm just going to put it back onto the PowerPoint. Okay. Can you just click that? Right. Okay, and we'll canter on. So that for me is, if you've got someone out there, a brother or sister, or that you've fallen out with, or something silly's happened, then get hold of them and make amends. And yes, it is a little uncomfortable initially. It is a little uncomfortable initially, but then you'll get going. Okay, don't wait until it's too late. That really kind of sums it up. Okay, and here's the thing. This is the autonomic nervous system, okay, and it exists in 2 states. Now that belief system, that triangle, can be massively influenced if you're on the left-hand side as you look at it. Now that is the fear state, okay? That's why there's a lot of influence. So massively in that state, if you're being chased by, then you don't have any time. Obviously, the current health scare. There's a time to be conscious that people really so work to get the rest of the side. So that's what we want to be in a strong position. I want to be conscious of the thought we have as we can help ourselves. Okay. Good. Think about that and just click on that. Okay, so back in the picture where right, okay, you know, you guys may have seen this my camera there. It looks better than crazy, but anyway, there it is. And one of the reasons I'm really not happy is the fact that my two children were born. For this, I trust it's, in fact, I know it's not correct, because we taught them right from the beginning a lot of healthy ideas and habits, okay? So we've done everything we can to very best. And I know for all of them, as they've been chiropractic and not tests, they don't have a curve in their back like their dad does from birth. But anyway, that's by the by. Okay, so what we're going to cover today, we're going to do a 2-second meditation that's going to bring serenity to yourself quickly, and you can use it anywhere, okay? We're going to talk about 5 positive sources of news to keep you centered, and 4 things to do every morning to set yourself up. And at the end, we've got some bits for you, all right? We've got a lot of food to take away. We've got any friends or loved ones that need to get a chiropractic check. We've got a care enough to share pack for them, and there's some stuff that I do in the community that I do, especially get in touch with the okay. So we're just going to play this video for you.
We can meditate everywhere, anytime, even 3 seconds, 2 seconds, while you're walking, while you're having coffee and tea, while you're having meeting, so you can meditate. Many people has a little bit misunderstanding about meditation. They think meditation meaning think of nothing, concentrate. So push too much. So we cannot block thought and emotion. In fact, we need thought and emotion. So whether you listen to your monkey mind or not, there's an issue. What I call monkey mind, mine is chatting, pala 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 yada yada. So monkey mind is giving your opinion. So whether you listen to opinion or not, it's up to you, right? So through meditation, what we do is we have to make friends with the monkey mind. But how to make friends? Just giving banana doesn't work, So right method is you need to give job to monkey mind. How to give job monkey mind? So the simple meditation technique is be aware of the breath. So you ask monkey mind, hello, what's breath? So monkey mind says, yeah, good idea. And be aware of breath. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. There's a lot of thought comes at the background. Don't care, no problem. So as long as if you're not forget your breath, anything is okay. No need too much concentration. Just simply be aware of your breath. Breathe in, out, in. Even 2 breath, 1 breath. So therefore, we can meditate everywhere, anytime.
I love that guy, and what we're going to do is I will put down links to everything that we're showing you here, because obviously this isn't ours, this is other people's, but that chap, I could listen to him all day long. So this is what we're going to do. This is a workshop, so it's no good just watching someone else talk about meditation. So let's just sit kind of nicely relaxed with your feet planted on the floor. And we're just going to take a breath in, and we're going to watch our breath exactly as Mingyo, the Buddhist monk, suggests. So I'm going to be quiet, and you're just going to take a breath in and out, and we'll do that for a couple of minutes and just watch the breath. So just sit comfortably, eyes closed, taking a breath in and out. This is not a guided meditation, so I'm not going to talk you through it, but it's just for you to observe the breath going in and out. You may hear noises, and there may be distractions, and your thoughts may wander, and that's okay. Just bring it back to the breath. Just another 20 seconds of watching our breath. Okay. Almost back with you guys. Just keep watching your breath if you haven't finished. Okay guys, I think we already covered that. That was the monkey mind meditation. So how awesome was he? I could listen to
We can meditate everywhere, anytime. Even 3 seconds, 2 seconds, while you're walking, while you're having coffee and tea, while you're having meeting, so you can meditate. Many people.
Okay, so why loving thought? So as I mentioned earlier, that's one of the 4 pillars that we talk about in the Loving Health Temple. And what's that all about? To do what you love along, that's the whole idea. Okay? And really what that's about is health. If you have health, then you can do what you want for longer. You know? And that brings a lot more joy into your life. So there's 4 pillars we talk about. We talk about this obviously at the Better Results Faster workshop, but obviously I'll just do a recap here. So loving thought, which is tonight's topic. Loving rest, we're going to cover that in December. We're going to do a quick one before Christmas comes, so you can get all set up to rest instead of burning yourself out. Then we've got loving food that we've covered, and we're going to cover probably, we'll do another one of those March time. And then we've got loving motion, which we'll cover just after Christmas and New Year, so we can get back into shape again. Okay? Now there are the 4 pillars. If you look after those pillars, that'll keep your health levels nice and high. Okay? As a chiropractor, I cannot influence what you do. Well, I can give you information, but I can't make you eat good food or do press-ups, okay? And if you do that, that's going to keep your health levels going high, okay? What I do though, as a chiropractor, is the one at the bottom. It's the foundation of the temple. In this place we call it loving power, just because of obviously the aspect of what we're doing now. That's really the central nervous system, okay? The central nervous system and the electrical power and the intelligence that flows over it, that is the loving power. And that power that made the body heals the body constantly if it's free of interference, okay? Great. So, and do you remember what the interference is called? All right, it is a subway station. Hold on, no it's not. If you remember what it's called, put it down below. In fact, you don't need to because I'm going to show you now. But do give us a thumbs up if you remember what it's called. That's it, it's a subluxation. That just means nerve interference, okay? So that's the recap of what we've been talking about. Now, back to Dilts' pyramid. We've talked about how it can influence what's going on. Okay, we talked about how it influenced my actions massively and built me a beautiful relationship which wouldn't have existed, okay? So, moving onwards. If we keep our pyramid, our belief systems, productive, I can't say positive because our belief systems can gear towards positivity. Our belief systems can be positive. It doesn't mean to say we're going to be positive all the time, because if you find something that's positive all the time, you know there's something wrong going on there. I remember what that was for. Yeah, so this is what we were saying. You've got beliefs lead to thoughts, actions, results. Has anyone here put their values down below? If you can pop your values down on the comment section, we'll see how we can get it into the pyramid. So drop your comments down below there. Oh, okay, I've got some people that are trying to join here. Alright, so you bear with me guys, I've just got to let some people in. Hey Cynthia, hey Carmela, just a couple of shout outs there. Sorry I took time getting you in. The rest of the talk is here. So welcome Carmela, and I say hi to Milosh. Milosh is here as well, and there's some guys from the Unitarian, Friends of Unitarian House, okay? I'd like to say hi to Mary, Elizabeth, we've got Jan, Hazel. So welcome guys, I heard that you're coming around after I've already recorded this. Well welcome, I hope you're enjoying it. TV room back. Okay, so anyone else want to put it down below? I'll try and pick it up. We're jumping between computers, but that's okay. Okay, so let's see, so we've got some values here. Okay. Okay, so if you just keep popping your comments down below, I'll circle around later and pick them up. Okay, we'll come back to that. So 5 sources of positive news. So this is places you can go instead of plugging yourself into the mainstream news, which is set up for a certain purpose and can be twisted for certain purposes. I've got 5 sources for you. We're going to jump through there and I'm going to tell you one at a time. So the first source is typing good news, or give me some good news, or give me some funny news, or whatever it is you feel at the time. Now you're going to have to set that because you do get a variety of things there, and of course as people know that. But type in some great stuff there. So like there's the top 10 positive news stories of 2020. Okay, so that's one excellent place for positive news. The next one is this is on YouTube. This is a YouTube channel. It was set up 6 months ago, and I think it's kind of finished. But he did some interviews. This guy John Krasinski, who apparently is from The Office in UK, we're not quite sure of it. But he had a channel there, and there's Oprah's on there getting interviewed. So there's a lot of really cool interviews there with some really top people that were obviously couldn't get away because they must have been stuck in their houses, the depth of the health scare. Okay, so there's a great source of positive news there. And then this is where we go all the time, myself and the family. Have a laugh with Michael McIntyre. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of Michael McIntyre over here. I don't know if he's mainstream, but he is the highest grossing comedian on the planet, which surprised me when I found out, because I just thought he was a little British comedian, but he has me in stitches. I don't know if it's because I'm British and his humour is geared towards Britain, but I would just love to see it. If you know him, put a comment down below. I'd just love to see it. And if you don't know him, then just check out a couple of his videos on YouTube. He's got some of his big stuff you can find on all sorts of different channels, some of his bigger comedy pieces, but the man is hilarious. Okay, and while we're on the subject of laughter, who here has done yoga laughter? So in the comment section, I want to know, have you done yoga laughter? Sorry, laughter yoga. But here it's been it's long, and I'm juggling a few technological things here. So watch this.
The style of email is terse and informal, so often people get annoyed where no rudeness was intended because they can't see the expression on the face of the person they're communicating with. This problem has now become so widespread that emailers now send little signs to show they're being friendly. And what do they send? Faces. So, this is the problem. What's the solution? The answer is that about the only chance we've got is to meet face to face. Good evening.
Good evening.
Those faces just can't be underestimated. We're social animals. That's why the punishment most feared in prison pre-confinement. When we're with our friends, they cheer us up, we laugh more, and that's not just nice at the time. It's good for us in all sorts of unexpected ways. And these benefits are being studied in India by a doctor who's become almost obsessed by the idea that laughter really is the best medicine. And he organizes groups that meet every morning just to laugh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Aye, aye, aye. Ready? Start. So how many laughter clubs have you got now?
We have over 600 laughter clubs in India.
Really?
And maybe 800 all over the world.
Lion laughter again. We will attack Mr. John. Ready? Start!
This 15 to 20 minutes of laughter session makes you feel fresh throughout the day. You inhale more oxygen. And it has been proved by scientific studies that laughter helps you to unwind the negative effects of stress, and also it boosts your immune system. And all these minor symptoms of cough, cold, sore throat and infections will go down significantly.
We'll do lassi laughter. Please, you have to drink lassi.
In laughter exercises, we do start as a fake laughter, as a kind of forced laughter. But when you laugh in a group, you have a good eye contact, it turns into real. So half of it is made and half of it is real.
But does it matter from the point of view of the benefits?
Same set of happy chemicals are released, whether laughter is forced or whether laughter is real.
So the body doesn't know the difference?
Yes, that's incredible.
Yeah. That is so weird.
Yes.
So you can get away with it by faking it. You still get the good effect.
Yes, we have a slogan called fake it until you make it.
Hello. So, ha ha ha, he, ha ha ha, he, ooh, ha ha ha, do that before the shift back in the UK, and it was incredible how just getting together 3 or 4 people and forcing it really did make you feel a lot happier. So I could definitely vouch for laughter yoga. And again, I'll post this together with some links. If you guys are watching on Facebook and it's not working, go to YouTube, go to the Loving Life chiropractic page on YouTube, and you'll see what's going on there. It looks like it's a little jumpy on Facebook at the moment. But anyway, if it is working for you on YouTube, then just give us a thumbs up, hit the like, and just give us a comment just so I can work out what's going on afterwards. And similarly, if things are going well on Facebook, then put a thumbs up, that'd be great. Okay, so cantering on, and we do want to finish by 7:40 because I know a lot of people, we want to finish by 8 o'clock, so I know a lot of people have got places they want to be, and I've got to respect that. Okay.
The style of email is terse and informal, so often people get annoyed when...
No, but he is a big British comedian. Okay, so do your yoga laughter. There it is. Number 5, there's lots of good news on YouTube. So in this case, I typed in good news and I had lots of hits. And obviously there can be playlists. So if you get to a site you like that's got good news on it, there may be a playlist of a particular subject. And there's lots of really good stuff. Like I said earlier, I think Michael McIntyre has got in fact, Cerny's got a page with a lot of really crazy good laughter type things in. Okay? And you can obviously build up your own database of good news places to go on YouTube through your own playlist, creating your own playlists. And this is a bonus. This is something that I found today when I was searching around. I've seen the talks and I've listened to a couple of them. I didn't realize there are actually so many. This is Motivational Hub, and there are speeches on it, and there's by some really powerful people. Denzel Washington, there's a couple of like major generals that did crazy good things in all sorts of different areas. Lots of very powerful talks. Not everyone's not for everyone, but there's some really, really good stuff there. So if you're looking for a pick-me-up, something to inspire you, definitely check that out. Okay, and then moving on. Sorry, I'm in and out of this picture here. Okay, the next stage is 4 things to do every morning to set yourself up for success. Now, looking online and seeing lots of talks, motivational talks. Now, I've actually read lots of books. I'm going to cover a subject that people seem to avoid, and that is just communing with a higher power. Now, a higher power is just something that's bigger than you, okay? So, for example, there's an intelligence within me. We talk in chiropractic about the innate intelligence. That's a power that's bigger than me. It's doing 2 billion things every single second, whereas I'm only capable of doing 40. And when I first learned about it, that became my higher power, okay? People talk about other things. They talk about universal intelligence, universal Father, a great spirit. They talk about God, okay? Personally, I'm not a religious person. I took a long, long time to get around to using the word God, but now I use it all the time. It could be an ancestor that's passed. You know, if they're in spirit, you know, regardless of what your beliefs is, if you believe that they're just gone and gone, well, that's one thing. But they're out of their body, you know, even if this isn't correct or true or factual, if you imagine them there as part of the earth, because they've gone back to the earth, you know, even physically they've gone back to the earth, they are now part of the earth again, then you could use that as your higher power. That person is bigger than you because it's now part of the earth, okay? So communing with your higher power, what do I mean by that? In the morning, perhaps saying thank you. Gratitude is huge, you know, if you could generate gratitude. But the other thing is, once you get into giving gratitude, if you're not the sort of person that normally complains, then that's also a great place to let go of your frustrations, okay? Just to let that go to that higher power, whatever it is you choose as your higher power. I choose the term God. I speak to God often, but that's not necessarily right for you or comfortable for you, and I understand that. So frustrations you can let go of. If there's things that are really bugging you, just let go of it there. give it up to that person that's passed on, great spirit, great father, whatever it is, okay? But set yourself up in the morning to do that. And then what you'll find is that there's space in you for joy, and you've got rid of stuff that's been perhaps playing on your mind overnight. And I'm talking about doing it in the morning. I think that's, my personal feeling is that's the best time, definitely for the best time for me. Some people might want to do this in the evening, but for me, setting up for the day is actually vitally important because I see that unfold throughout the day. Number 2, healthy spinal hygiene stretches. Yes, I am a chiropractor, and yes, I do believe that the tummy time neck stretches are the healthiest thing that we could do as human beings, because we've lost that motion that we used to use as children, looking up and over the shoulder. It's as easy as that, looking over the shoulder and up. And then of course, as those of you know, I teach people to bring in their arm. So you bring in your arm, you track your thumb, and you follow the thumb, and that opens the chest as well as doing that. So you want to get those in. It's quite literally 16 seconds in the morning, okay? And that's going to get you stretched up, opened up, and it's going to start to train, and more importantly, train your brain and the muscles in your neck to be in the right place, the tummy time stretches. So twice each side for 4 seconds. Right, then moving on. Reading. Now this is some sort of inspirational reading or spiritual reading. There's all sorts of different books out there. The ones that I'm finding really good are the ones that actually have a small reading each day. My personal favorite book for me is it's a book about and I open that up in a page and read it. Obviously, there's the Bible. I personally didn't get on with that very well just because I find it hard to read. I've started reading, I've got on my phone, I've got a day-to-day one, which is perfect. I can just pull it out of my pocket and get going. It's called Jesus Calling, Finding Peace in His Presence. Now, I'm not a Christian. I love the teachings of Jesus. But I find a lot of peace out of this book. I get a lot of peace out of the book. So that's another example you can use. There's a book called Daily Reflections. You can search that online or get it on Amazon as an actual book if you like to feel it, because kinesthetic intelligence is really important. But if you do one on your phone, you can pick up ebooks there really easily. Okay, so reading. Okay, this is something you might not, 3, 4, agree with. So, oxygenating the body and moving is vitally, vitally important. Movement is life. We love life, so we love moving, okay? It doesn't have to be running. I personally don't like running, but I run every day because I like the way it makes me feel. It's convenient, it's inexpensive. I take the dog out, so I can actually listen to seminars, or I tend not to listen to music, but I like to layer my activity, so I could do that as well. So I do it for 30 minutes. You want to aim to be consistent. I don't care how long you do it for. The most important thing, especially if you're just starting this, is to be consistent. If only you're doing 5 minutes or 10 minutes, although I wouldn't want to put clothes on and get sweaty for just 5 minutes exercise, but if you're doing 5 minutes or 10 minutes, that's great. 15 minutes you really want to aim for as a minimum, but as long as you're consistent, either 5 times a week or 7 times a week. So moving, breathing and sweating, and then just gradually increase once once you're into the routine, gradually increase. If you want some ideas, pop them, contact me, speak to me in the practice, email me, send me a personal message. Walk, run is phenomenal. Okay, so in other words, you do 20 paces walking, 5 running, 20 walking, 5 running, and then you increase it, 20-10, 20-15, 20-20. So that's, a phenomenal way to get into it. But there's other things you can do. There's tons, okay? And you know what you enjoy. The most important thing is consistent, and probably the most important thing before that is you enjoy doing it. Although I don't enjoy doing it, but if you enjoy doing it, you have more chance of doing it. If you enjoy the effect afterwards, all right? That's what I enjoy. Now, that's the 4th thing. There we go. 4 things to set yourself up for success. And we're getting quite close to the end there. I'm sorry if you guys have been making comments. Please keep commenting. I will circle back and pick up on them. We've got a new piece of equipment. I can't see the comments at the moment, but for my next talk, we'll definitely make sure we get set up for that. Okay, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, then like it and share it with some friends. And more importantly, next time, bring along a friend. Send it to a friend. We'll probably do it publicly next time on the public page, so you can get a few more friends in there. I seem to have more people following on YouTube. Big hand to you YouTubers. Give me a like or a comment there. It'd be awesome to circle back and see what's going on. Okay, so we mentioned earlier there's some gifts to the family. If you have not been to the chiropractic office, or if you want to bring your friends or loved ones, we've got the Care Enough to Share pack, which means that the full evaluations we do that you know about, instead of 120, it's just 60. Okay. The other gifts we've got, I've got a Loving Thought toolbox. So this whole presentation, it's going to be on a PDF, along with the references of where all these videos are, so you can go and check them out at their original sites. If you want that, excuse me, if you want that, just if you want that, then just mention it in the comments. Just put in the comments, send me a Love and Life toolbox. If I don't have your email, then send me a personal message with your email. If you're already a practice member, then you've got it anyway. Okay. You've done your value exercises. If you want a value exercise, personal message me, I'll send that out to you. In fact, I'll include it in the toolbox pack. That's pretty straightforward. And let me see what else I've got on this presentation. Okay, the Loving Rest Workshop. It is a lie. It is not on the 30th of April at 7 p.m, as you probably guessed. I was rushing, and it's not the 30th of December. It is the 10th of December at 7 p.m. So if you're interested in that, just make sure you let me know. In fact, just personal message me or put it in the comments. I'll make sure you get invited when that's all lined up. And there are going to be 3 strategies to rest and productive. We're going to teach you the best staycation strategies for Christmas and staying healthy if you are quarantined. And I'm sure I've misspelled that. Apologies. I did a poor job. That was my last slide. Okay, but that's no excuse. Right, I seem to have lost power. There we go, and then that's the last one. I do online and offline talks now, and they are getting better. This was the first one I've ever done like this, streaming. We can do Zoom, we can do a webinar. That's really straightforward. If you've got any people, any work groups, any family, you just want, you want them to find out about chiropractic, but you want someone to explain to them professionally, I will do, and entertainingly. I hope I've done a good job there at that. Hope you enjoyed that. There's some real gems